All right guys, today we're gonna talk pocket pistols and my favorite one. That thing's way too massive. I mean, some people probably carry guns that big all the time, but my personal favorite right here, Glock 42, the smallest Glock made. And I've had this for 10 years. This will be a 10-year review of my thoughts on it and if it's still relevant for everyday carry in 2025. All right guys, so I just shot 14 rounds of just some basic ammo through it. Not any hot self-defense ammo or anything like that, just some basic cheap 380.
Oh, and you know we can't afford the fun pack. What do you think, money grows on trees in this family?
That I've had for, shoot, it's probably been laying around for years. Not a single issue with the gun. I know there's all kinds of stuff you guys will see online about these, saying that they have stovepiping issues, failure to eject, all kinds of stuff like that. I don't have any issues with this gun, and like I said, I've had this one for 10 years. When I initially got it, I did have some issues with it, and that was all just, it's such a tiny gun, and my hand placement, I was riding up too high on the slide, and I think that was causing some issues. But once I kind of got a feel for it and how to shoot it and got my hand placement, as you can see there, I mean, you can throw rounds downrange, not any malfunctions or anything like that. One thing people do say online is, they say if you have the mags that have the O2, which is the earlier generation, I don't know if you guys can see that, the O2, you'll have some issues. These are the O2 mags, and I don't have any issues with them. So I really enjoy this gun. So we'll go look at it in further and kind of go into more of the specs on it and stuff like that. I just wanted to shoot this 2x6 to show you guys that the 380, and this, like I said, it wasn't any hot ammo or anything like that. It was just some basic ammo. It penetrated all the way through this 2x6. So it does penetrate. Obviously, if you have a good defender round in there like I carry, and I'll go over that later on, but you don't have to worry about penetration. I don't know why people always give the 380 such a bad rap. I think it's a pretty good round, and if it's gonna encourage someone to carry every single day and have some personal protection on them, I think it's a great option. And that's what this gun's done for me. I mean, I'm carrying it right now. Appendix carry in the waistband, Kydex holster. This is my go-to setup right here. This little thing, I can go over the weights loaded and unloaded. This right here is self-defense, Glock reliability, and just a perfect little everyday carry 10 years later. So there's some other things I'd like to do to it, maybe some upgrades now, especially with the red dots and how far they've come with the micro optics. So we'll go into that a little more, but I just wanted to show you guys me throwing some rounds down range and see if we had any issues with it. So one cool thing about the Glock 42 is it's actually exclusively made and sold in the USA. So that's why they got it engraved right here, USA. You guys know I love all that America stuff, so that is a plus. You can see right here, I do have a little bit of rust, but that's probably from 10 years of in the waistband getting sweaty and salty. Glock started making the 42 in 2013. I purchased this early 2015-ish. Yes, it is a 380. It is a pocket pistol, micro pistol, tiny, whatever you want to call it. Very small, fits in your hand. Very thin, easy to conceal. So empty, it is just 12 ounces. How you see it right here, 12 ounces. You throw a full mag in there and it becomes just under 16 ounces, so just under a pound, and you got yourself some personal defense, which is pretty impressive. The length on it is, it's just under 6 inches long, and then the width is, it's just shy of an inch wide. So it is a very, very slim gun, which is what I like about it. I do have the 43. I can show you guys a side-by-side comparison of the width and everything. The 43, which is even smaller than the 43X, still seems massive compared to this. And that is why I find myself gravitating towards just carrying this guy. So the old question is a 380 good for self-defense and protection. So they say what you're looking for in penetration when you're shooting around, typically they'll shoot it into ballistics gel, and they look for 12 to 18 inches of penetration into that gel. So there's actually a really good video on YouTube from Tools and Targets. He describes what I'm talking about really well, very informative. So basically you want 12 to 18 inches of penetration in ballistic gel from your bullet. That's what the FBI says is the best amount for self-defense. So in his video, he shoots different rounds through ballistic gel, and he comes back with the 380 Federal, which is what I'm using. It might not be this exact one, but a similar variant. I think he has the Punch and a couple other different ones. And the 380 is penetrating that ballistics gel at 15 inches, which is pretty dang good. I mean, that's right kind of in the sweet spot of not over penetrating, but not under penetrating. And he does a lot of cool things he's got levels of clothing and stuff like that. So very informative, check that out. I'll try to put a link in it so you guys can see that. Also too, for when it comes to self-defense type stuff, which is really, this is what this gun is designed for, is basically some deep concealment, carry it year round and not have to worry about it being exposed or it being too heavy to where you're like, I don't want to carry a gun. Because I found that with a lot of my bigger guns is like, not really wanting to weigh down my pants or throw a belt and everything on, where this guy, small Kydex holster, slap it in, and you're good to go. Another thing we'll talk about is the rule of threes. Most encounters last 3 seconds, happen within 3 yards, and involve 3 shots. So that's why this was never really a big deal for me to carry a 380, is because you got 6 + 1, that's 7 rounds. The average incident uses 3 shots. So if we're gonna be going off of averages and stuff like that, and then 3 yards, I mean, that's not very far away. So having such a small barrel isn't really an issue. You're not gonna be some sniper, sharpshooter, you know, having to hit something at extreme distances if this is what you're carrying. I mean, I think it's just an overall, a really good gun. It's very small, light. I hate the sights on it. I've never been a real fan of the Glock sights. I might change those out. Or actually, what I would like to do is mill the slide and put a Holosun EPS carry on that. I have one of those on my Hellcat, and that's an awesome sight. So I feel like if I have one of those on this would probably be my everyday go-to gun, especially now if you can get a red dot for it. I mean, I wish Glock would come out with the MOS version of it, so that way you can just not have to take your slide off and send it in and have that done. But I think I might do that just to have a tiny gun with a tiny red dot on it. I think that would be pretty cool. This is what I carry in it, this personal defense 380. Never have any problems with it. Like you guys saw, it cycles well for me. The mags I was shooting, they are the O2 mags on both of them. So this little mag base I got from Hyve Technologies. I got this early on when I first got this gun because I just had the 6-round mag. And I thought, well, this would be cool. I could have 2 more mags, so I could have, or 2 more rounds. I'd have 8 + 1, give me 9 rounds. Also have a lot more to grab. And yeah, it does feel better to shoot with, but honestly, I felt that just having that extra length on it just made it not as comfortable to carry, especially if you're wearing some gym shorts or something like that. You want to be kind of low profile, minimalist, which I like to have that minimalist a lot. So I just keep this one in it, but these are pretty cool. The other cool thing about it is aluminum. It adds a little more weight because these mags are so lightweight that when you run a mag dry, this thing helps it kind of drop. They have a lot of cool different things for Glock. Check them out if you guys want. But also too, here's a side-by-side comparison of your rounds. So here's your 9mm round. This is what I run in my 43. And then here's the 380. So basically, a 380 is not that terribly much smaller. I mean, it's basically a short 9mm. So here's my Glock 43. Obviously I Cerakoted OD green because why not? Clear. So just the weight alone, I don't have the specs offhand of how much heavier this is, but even empty, it's got a lot more weight to it. So probably about a half inch longer. And then the width, it is quite a bit wider. It's a cool gun, I like it. I actually prefer the 43 over the 43X. I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of getting the extended mags and having it all long. I kind of don't mind having my pinky hang off, especially for deep concealment. It really does make a difference. And so that's why I just run the small ones, and that's why I didn't go for the 43X. I do wish this had an MOS, but this is also an older gun. I kind of got the 42, and then right after the 42 came out, I got the 43. So 10 years later, I don't think you can really go wrong with the 42. It's about $400 depending on where you find it. I think some places you can find it for a little over $350 if you really find a deal. At that price point, you get the Glock quality. You get that smooth Glock trigger. If you like Glock triggers, you like it. And if you don't, then you won't like it. But it's just a really cool gun that I thought when they first came out, I really enjoyed it. And still, even after all the other different variations, I still really enjoy it. I think the only small gun that I probably like more, just the feel of it, and obviously I haven't shot one, is the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. I would love to do a side-by-side comparison of it, because that gun, when you feel it, I mean, it is a little longer, but it's still extremely thin, and you really suck your hand up in there and you can get a good grip, and it just feels really good in the hand. So my final thoughts on the Glock 42. After 10 years, I really enjoy it. I like micro guns. I did a review of the LCP 380, that gun. It's a budget gun. This one is tiny, but it feels like a Glock, and it's enjoyable to shoot. The trigger's smooth. I really enjoy it. So let me know what you guys think of it if you got a 42. Also, another question I have for you guys is, do any of you guys have the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0? That's another gun that I've held. I really enjoy the feel of it, and I've contemplated getting. So let me know what you guys think about that one. And really any other cool tips and tricks, I'm always open for it. That's what I like about doing this. It kind of opens up conversations. I learned some cool stuff. I had a dude hit me up in the comments and on my shotgun or my Shockwave video, telling me about a stippled gooseneck handle he found for it, which I think that's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna check that out and just look into more stuff like that. So yeah, anytime, let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.